So this weekend, I did the pilot episode of something I call Lighten Up, which I had intended on being this little vignettes about spirituality and the road to spirituality and our lives and how we need to be a little lighter in our lives because there's a lot of stuff going on that's not light at all. And I feel as a society, as a group of people, as an individual for myself, I am much better when I am lighter. There. So you can actually find that pilot episode on YouTube. Go YouTube Cheryl Poirier, you'll find it. And it was funny, but what we talked about was self-care. And so now, self-care has been on my mind for the past 48 hours since we did that video. And there was something that I realized about self-care that I thought that not everybody thinks. And here's what I think about self-care. I think self-care is a daily thing. Not everybody does, and I was kind of surprised about that. And it's funny because I have been looking for something to move to, like my next thing, like what's next for me in my life. And I'm trying to think of what I am actually might be an expert in or know a lot about or have some inklings of wisdom that other people might not have gathered. And it's funny because it struck me this weekend. As of October 15th of this year, 2019, I will have been a massage therapist for 20 years. And I'm beginning to think that that actually qualifies me as someone who knows maybe more than the average person about self-care. So I am now in the inquiry of self-care. I don't know where that's going to go, but it's something that really fascinates me. And when I see people who come into my office who come into my office in crisis mode, like I don't know, at least half of the people that I see because they're in crisis mode, because they lack self-care. And so I have conversations with them, or I try to have conversations with them if they're open to it about self-care. But what I realize is I'm actually a real advocate for self-care. I am like, self-care is so important. So I am in the inquiry of what it means for me, why I think it's important, what it also means for the people around me, what it looks like for the people around me, and people that are not around me, people that I don't see all the time. Like, this is something that I am really curious about. And what I've realized this morning is I am super fucking passionate about it too. So I'm gonna talk about self-care a lot. And I'm going to talk about self-care a lot. And I realize that there's no answer for everybody. There's not one thing that everybody can do for self-care. There's not one thing that we should all be doing for self-care. I have my opinions, of course, and out of all the years that I have practiced as a massage therapist, I have gathered a wealth of information. I have a great community around me that is full of practitioners who are also interested in self-care, and also people around me that are really interested in self-care. So this is my thing. I think this is my thing. Yeah. So stay tuned. I'm going to post this. I'm going to post this everywhere, but it'll also be on Facebook. It'll also be on YouTube as well, and Facebook, of course. Isn't everything on Facebook? Oh my God, it's on Facebook. It's the truth. It's not the truth. It's my truth, FYI. So go to YouTube, look up Cheryl Poirier, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I don't know when I'm going to get inspired to post about these, because I didn't know I was going to be inspired to post about this today. And I was, and I'm passionate about this. And so come with me on this journey and look into your self-care. What do you do for self-care? And do you do it every day? Is there something you do every day that is for you, that fills up your proverbial bucket? My friend Kim talked about that. It's that self-care is that thing that fills up your bucket and makes you feel a little more complete and a little more peaceful and a little more whole. So